Howdy guys, hope y'all doing okay today. Thanks for tuning in for another Cruise with Smooth. Before I get into this, if you like what I've been saying, don't forget to give a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you got any questions or want to know my opinion on stuff, don't be afraid to leave it in the comments section. Like I've said before, even if I got to do a touch of research, I don't mind if it's something that I'm unfamiliar with. So, today, I got a phone call from my wife. She works at a warehouse now. She switched jobs last month, and she quit. She was working for a company locating underground gas and electric utilities, and she found a better offer closer to home, better hours, better pay, less driving, mandatory overtime isn't on the weekends, which is a huge deal for us, no on-call duty, which she had to pull at her old job. So all around, just a better gig for her. And she today she called me, and it's a new warehouse but for an established company. They work with in medical supplies, and so the company's been around for a while, but they just built this new location. They were doing construction. I think they started out there a little over a year ago, and they just opened the building up for occupancy. So anyway, she's working this new warehouse job, and something hilarious happened that could have been really bad. They have a broken loading dock where the ramp that evens the floor of the warehouse with the floor of the 18-wheeler the ramp was messed up. They didn't tag out the equipment, meaning that they were still sending vehicles there to unload. And someone they're not in management, and they're not like in a supervisory role, but they were just put in charge of that loading dock for today, violated the company's procedure for supervising loading and unloading, and they gave a truck that was backed up to that broken dock the okay to leave while someone was inside trying to free the broken ramp from the back of the truck. Truck takes off. Now, when I say this, they weren't going anywhere. Like, the truck had the swinging style doors, not the pull down. So with swinging style doors, when you get off of a loading dock, you've got to move the truck forward 10 to 15 feet, and then you step out of your truck and close the doors. So the guy wouldn't have been going nowhere, but he didn't realize that. He panicked. He jumped out onto the ramp and got free. Well, I made the observation that whoever it was that gave the truck the okay to pull away could have killed him. The floors in those trucks are often refrigerated, and so they're often slick with either ice or condensate. And so the guy could have slipped and fell and banged his head pretty good on the truck or on the trailer surface. He could have, if he was closer to the edge, he could have fallen out of the truck when the truck took off. And the person who gave the okay is trying to blame everybody but themselves when they're the one that gave the driver the okay. I don't work in material handling, but at my job, I work next to one of the big loading docks, and I've seen like the step-by-step procedures that are supposed to be followed trailer is being unloaded, whether the driver's staying or not. And the gist of all that is, if all those procedures are followed, there's no way that a truck driver is going to take off with someone in the back of that truck. And they have similar procedures that weren't followed, so a driver took off with someone in the back of the truck. Now, I said all this to say that the person that gave the okay is literally blaming everybody else. She's blaming the guy that jumped out of the truck while it was moving a whopping 3 miles an hour. She's blaming the driver. She's blaming the people that were around her. And she's like in charge of this little area in the building. And I said all that just to say that, you know, if you make a mistake, there's nothing wrong with explaining what happened, you know, the events that transpired to bring an accident or a near miss together. But eventually it lands on somebody. And if it's you, own it. Yeah, I made a mistake. There was one time when I worked at the car dealership, I was in service. This specific day, I was pulling a vehicle in. And the customer had pulled the interior door panel off. So like where all your window switches and mirror switches and all that, he had pulled that loose because he was trying to fix something, but he had brought it in to have us finish it. Well, I'm going to pull it in, and I didn't realize it, but somehow or another, a small little part of the door panel got caught on something, and I go to move the car in, and I crack a part of the door panel. It was a much older car, so I go in, I talk to my manager, I say, hey, customer brought their vehicle in like this, and it's an older vehicle. Here's the problem they have, here's what they want us to do. When I went to pull it in, I didn't realize what all had happened, and I cracked a small part of their door panel. And he jumped all down my throat because he thought I was trying to... I'm like, no, I did it. I broke it. But there were other factors in this, aside from just, like, it's not like I jumped in his car and punched the door panel because I'm a jerk and broke it. Well, anyway, I owned my mistake, and thankfully the customer wasn't upset because it was his older beat-around car. He just wanted the windows to work. So it ended up not being an issue. We didn't have to fix it because it was cosmetic damage. It didn't damage it in a functional way. So the customer didn't really care. He's like, look, as long as you get what I brought it in here for fixed and put back together and everything works, I'm okay. So he wasn't upset with us. We owned the mistake. I owned the mistake to my manager. It was a touch of a heated discussion, but we won't get into that. But I owned the mistake to my manager, and life went on. But this person is shuffling the blame onto everyone else. So that's what I got, and I've got other stories like that. You know, if I make a mistake at work, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. I apologize to whoever's got to, you know, fix my mistake. There are other people that there ain't no way. No, I didn't do that. That wasn't me. And you can show them the evidence right to their face. I didn't do that. No, that wasn't me. Or sorry, don't care. I've worked around them all. And they're all infuriating. So the best way to handle it if you make a mistake is to apologize, own that you made the mistake, and move forward. So, anyway, that's what I got for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Catch y'all next time.